Hey everyone, it's Brian at Pray Trade Repeat. Pray Trade Repeat is my TikTok. My name, Brian Kelty, is my YouTube. Today we're talking about IXHL. As always, IXHL. Today is Friday, August 1st, 2025. Welcome to August. So the stock today is trading about 0.40, about 40 cents. It's been kind of like just on the right at the middle of the 15-minute orb, right? So the 15-minute candle, the first 15-minute candle, if you mark out the top wick and the bottom wick, it's right in the middle, and it's been trading there all day long. And what we can see from that is that at least it seems today, like, I don't want to speak too soon, it looks like some of the gutting has stopped. Obviously the stock has just been gutted from the day that they released the news, and you know, we've been attacked by short sellers and dark pool activity, right? So we have there's dark pools. It means that there's shares, it's like, what is it, like 180% short interest, being sort of short, you know, shorts are trying to, you know, continue to kick the can down the road and continue to short the stock, as well as cover in dark pools and return their shares. And the way they're doing that is by taking ours, and they're causing these flushes, and they're taking out all our stop losses, and we're giving up our shares, and they're continuing to short us more. And that's what's been happening amongst other criminal activity that's so obvious. So I just wanted to address I posted a video earlier today, but I got a little too angry. I went to the gym and worked out a little bit, so I deleted that video. And I just want to talk about, like, let's stay positive, right? So today's Friday, August 1st. Let's forget about the past. Obviously we are been, you know, completely manipulated by dark pools, Citadel, Jane Street, whatever, Robin Hood, or robbing you. That's what I like to call Robin Hood. They should just change their name to robbing you. You know, when they do things like, you know, pull the rug out and drop the share price 30 cents and then let it kick back up. We've seen that many times. So obviously we're in a heavy manipulated stock. It's a very heavily manipulated stock. And let's talk about some positive stuff though. So for the first time today in a few days, the stock price is now at 0.40. It's, like I said, it's at the top half of the first 15-minute candle. What does that tell you? That tells you that your stock is stabilizing. It's finally stabilizing again. It's not barcoding, right? Like it was when I called it the other day, and I said that I hate people say I called it, but I did say that the at the market was taking place. You could tell it's obvious when there's barcoding, right? And then everybody got mad at me and said, no, it's shorts, it's the shorts. And I was like, oh, okay, I must have made a mistake, but no. And then CEO comes out the next day and says, yeah, we did in fact activate the at the market, and we took $9.7 million off the table. So let's talk about a few things. Talk about positive stuff, okay? So 0.40 is the stock price at the end of the market today. Like I said, it traded in that top half of the 15-minute orb, or the 15-minute candle, which tells us that it wasn't like yesterday where it's just like going down. You know, it literally flattened out and leveled out. So listen, I'm not going to make any more predictions with this stock, but I would just say that it's a little more encouraging than it was the last few days. Okay, so you know what, somebody, I just recently saw something, I think I posted it on my TikTok as well. I posted a screenshot of somebody on Stock Twitch said that they made a guess. They were like, I bet that ResMed was who bought that 9.7 million shares, because he said he did in fact make $9.7 million off the stock, right? So he did add probably most likely at $1 a share. So that's 9.7 million shares, which is also 10% of the shares outstanding, possibly, right? Or the float? No, the shares outstanding? I don't know. Who knows, right? Because we're not going to know that till earnings. But someone, basically the person's screenshot that I posted is proposing that there's a possibility that ResMed bought all $9.7 million in shares, or 9.7 million shares, or 10% of the float, or 10% of the shares, right? That could be a possibility. That would be positive. Here's some other positives. $50 million is what the company has right now. That's the war chest the company's working with, going into FDA fast-tracked phase 3 clinical trials on an exceptional, outstanding sleep apnea oral medication, first in class, most likely probably the best in class. Of course, the conversation is like, well, what about the competitors? What about ApneaMed, AD109, or ApneaMed's they're in phase 3 first. Okay, this is true. And of course, you know, let's talk about well, I don't really want to talk about ApneaMed, but I'll just say this about ApneaMed. ApneaMed is a stimulant, right? Its safety is nowhere near the safety of IXHL or whatever 42 IHL 42. Nowhere near. All right, we're not a stimulant. ApneaMed is a stimulant. A lot of people cannot take stimulants, so that's not exactly a great solution. So we have the solution. We have 84% like efficacy, or right. We have 0 safety issues, and we're going into phase 3 clinical trials, right? We have $50 million. We have a CEO who's saying that he's not aggressively gonna dilute the shares. So those are all the positives going into this. Now let's talk about some of the stress, and I'll try to do this without getting upset this time. So yes, it's okay to be stressful. People have been getting really mad at me. And, you know, I'm getting really nasty messages from people saying things like, oh, I should have never followed you. You know, cap, whatever, you know, I think that means lie, right? I don't use those words, but like they're calling me a liar and things like that. They're also saying, what else are they saying? I don't know why I should have followed you. I shouldn't have trusted you. And this, guys, let's be honest. Look, I'm not sure what level of investing you're at right now. But let's just get this on the table. I want to help you, okay? And here's how I'm going to help you. This is the stock market, and this is what happens with stocks, okay? You have a company like this, which is groundbreaking, and that's probably worth $40 to $100 a share, that everybody wants a piece of. It's going to be attacked by short sellers, right? That's A1, that's one. Stocks, you don't just buy stocks and then they just go up, right? So, and then 2, here's the other thing. In almost all my videos, first of all, again, let's just say it now, not financial advice. This is not financial advice. The reason I make these videos and the memes and everything is because I'm excited about this stock. I'm excited about my fellow investors, and I want to learn. And because there's so many more people out there that know so much more than I do. I barely know anything. But I will say this though, I have said over and over and over again, and I think this was overlooked. Set good to cancel, tiered good to cancel limit sell orders, right? So I'll give you an example. I bought originally 50,000 shares at 0.2064. You can fact check everything by looking at all my videos and all my posts, and you're going to find the same information, okay? So I bought 50,000 shares at 0.2064. Then I took 25,000 of them and I sold them at 0.41. This is a while ago when it first hit 0.41, back like, you know, a few weeks ago. Why did I do that? Because I took back the entire cost of my investment. So I was now with house money. So then I had 25,000 shares And now those shares were at, for somehow it was adjusted to 0.18. So I had 25,000 shares at 0.18. And I've said in every video and that I post, and I keep saying, I say it to everyone in all the comments, set good to cancel, limit tiered sell orders. What that means is, so what did I do? I did what I would have been preaching, right? Because the idea of investing is look, we're not going to get Lamborghinis and buy a house because some company just invented the cure for sleep apnea. No, that's not how it works. Look, you have to, if you want to take profit and make profit, you have to take profit and make profit, right? So if you're in your first year or second year and you don't understand how this works, this is how it works. I'll say it again. You have to set tiered limit sell orders. You look at your shares, how many shares you have, and you take bulks of them and you set in with your brokerage account, whatever it is, robbing you, or Merrill Edge, or JP Morgan, or Schwab, or Fidelity, and you set those limit sell orders high, way up there. You know what I mean? I've been saying this forever. So I set mine. I set mine for like some for 75 cents, some for $1, some for 125, some for 85. You know what I mean? Like 65. So, and guess what happened? When that surge initially happened, those orders were executed and I took profit. I'm still holding, I don't know, half of those shares right now. And I've been buying more since they started shorting the stock. The lesson here is, I'm not trying to teach people what to do. And this is all I know. There's probably there's probably people out here watching this right now that know even better strategies, right? But the idea of investing in a stock like this is to take profit, And then also, once you see that it's being heavily shorted and manipulated, you have a decision to make. Am I gonna take profit and buy lower because I still believe in this company? Or am I going to hold through all of the noise and all of the red weddings and just hold and look at a red screen? Because if you can't do that, then I would suggest, again, selling in tiered limit sell orders, okay? This is why they call us dumb money, because we don't do stuff like this, right? So again, I took profit and I'm reinvesting that profit now into these attacks that are happening, okay? I just want to, look, I'm not pretending I'm smart or I'm this great investor. I'm trying to help you guys that are new and that are young, that don't understand. These are not lotto tickets. You have to protect your investments and you have to strategize. I've been saying this since the beginning. Use AI, talk to AI like it's your friend and ask for strategies. What should I do? It's going to tell you, you know what it's going to tell you to do? It's going to tell you what it told me to do. Set good to cancel, limit tiered sell orders. That's the strategy into the surges. So with that said, in the situation we're in, I will say this. This is my belief. It's not financial advice. The stock at 0.40. It traded sideways all day today. This is a good sign. It looks like consolidation is happening, right? The company has $50 million. It's in a PR announcement. So for them to short it even more or drop the entire floor on it again is like, I don't know. I'm not going to make any predictions because you never know. But I think we're at the bottom. We may be at the bottom here, 38 to 40 cents. They're going to play with that a little bit. And I think we're in good shape here. We're at the bottom. There's definitely going to be more manipulation. You know what I mean? Like these shorts and these hedge funds or whatever. Not even hedge funds this time, right? Because the stock's not even an institutional stock. It's only trading under $1. But the market maker, man, like golly, they're just brutal, bro. They just steal and steal and steal and steal and manipulate, and they have nobody, the SEC, no one's watching them. They're just allowing them to do whatever you want. So in a situation like this is my strategy. When I'm in a aggressive war zone with a stock like this, and I've been in plenty of them, I set limit tiered sell orders into surges so that when the stock pops, I'm taking profit. And then when they come in again and they short the crap out of it again, I can take that profit money and buy back in. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I hope that you guys do, because once the playing field is like, once we have this awareness that this is what's happening, that this is war, you know what I mean? So we have to start to think like, what is my strategy here? For me, what the strategy is now, this is my strategy now, okay? And you can call me a bear, and you can call me this, and you can call me that, call me names, write me messages, say whatever you want. But the reality is, this is what you do. You set your tier limit sell orders into surges, not all of it, right? Not you, me. This is what I'll do. I'm not giving financial advice. I set tiered limit sell orders so that some of my shares are taking profit, and I'm collecting capital for when they shorted. Again, then I'm buying back in at the bottom, right? So I'm actually making money off of this, right? But I'm not a bear. I'm not shorting the stock, right? I'm still holding a large portion and not selling that portion, okay? And the other option is setting like limit buy orders, because how many times have they pulled the rug out and dropped the stock 40 cents or 30 cents on a Friday night after hours on us, right? So what do you think I have? I've got like a 50,000 limit order down there ready to scoop up shares if they try that again. Listen, not financial advice. I think we're in good shape. I just want to be honest with everyone. Like, I don't know a lot about trading. I really don't. But I'm also not stupid, okay? I'm also like, I know enough about trading that I'm not just going to sit back and let someone rob me. So I wish you guys all the best. I'm serious. I'm one of the biggest bulls for this stock. But at the same time, I'm not going to let someone wipe out my bank account. Okay, so I'm gonna protect my investment, and I'm gonna hedge it. I'm gonna hedge my risk, right? That's what, as soon as you hit that button that says buy, you're now in the business of strategizing everything you can do and everything that could possibly go wrong. You should be thinking about that all day long, right? So the people who are upset with me and writing me nasty messages and saying that they should have never followed me and this and that and the other thing, it's like, I wish you the best. This is a learning experience. You're gonna learn from this, and you're gonna look back and just be like, oh, I totally agree with that guy now. Anyway, I wish you guys all the best. Have a great weekend. It's hot, it's summer, it's August, football season starting. Some great movies I might go see. Fast and Furious, what is it called? Fantastic Four. I just went to the gym today. You know what I mean? Like, have fun, go out there, enjoy life. I'll end with this. I'll say this. This stock is going up, right? Right now it's on the downtrend. Obviously, draw a trend line. You can see it's on a downtrend. It was on a downtrend. Yesterday it went like this, and then today it should have gone like this again, but it didn't. It stayed in the right dead center of the 15-minute candle, of the first 15-minute candle. So we might have consolidation for a big move. Whenever you see a stock going like this, usually a big move is happening. It's either a big move down or a big move up. I'm betting for myself that it's going to be a big move up, and I'm buying more shares. You guys do you, and I look forward to hearing your messages. I love everyone's comments and messages, and I try to answer everyone's comments and messages. I'm not very good with this app because I try to like get into the messages, or I try to do lives, and it's not easy to, it just doesn't, I can't get into the messages you guys are sending me, and I try to answer the comments, and then sometimes, like, you know, the goal here is to disseminate information as fast as possible sometimes. So sometimes, depending on the information, the SEC files or whatever that's coming in, remember, watch the SEC Edgar filing page all the time. There's going to be some updates. There's going to be updates soon. And then some of the catalysts that we're going to look out for is whenever they announce that the start of phase